what happens this week? Well, not a whole lot. So we've got this report. It's been delivered. We've got the IG report, which will be delivered on the steps of Capitol Hill on Monday. But selective leaks are making their way around about this, and I've cautioned everybody not to get too hyper and or horny about this thing. This is not going to blow the wheels off or the doors off, or basically it might blow off light cover on the indoor dome light, but that's about it as far as the explosive nature of the IG report. Hence Barr's initial kind of harumph about disagreeing with what the summation delivered by Horowitz, that there was at minimum the FBI had a whatever. They were working within their interest to start the investigation. And then from there, things went a little bit. I don't think William Barr agrees with that. I don't think he agrees that there was enough evidence to go and start a international investigation into a presidential major president. Yeah, he doesn't agree with that. Eventually, he'll have his say on this, but we must wait until we see the report. And that'll be on Monday, and everybody should remember that December 11th, Horowitz is slated to appear before Lindsey Graham judiciary in the Senate. At this point in time, Schiff is considering his work open on the Intelligence Committee, but the report itself was sent out on party lines, and as everybody knows, 13-9. It was sent to judiciary as per the resolution. So Fat Jerry has the report. Everybody's reading it. And I think that'll be the talking point. Some of the stuff that's going on over there in Europe right now, some of that will be part of the talking points, provided whatever Trump wants to be the storyline tomorrow. I don't know exactly what that'll be, but I think next week is the bigger news week. I think the rest of this week will kind of ride out with some basic bitch talking points. See what sticks to the wall, see what doesn't, type of thing. So I'm not saying we won't have anything interesting to talk about on Saturday. I'm just saying most of what we talk about on Saturday night will probably be looking forward to what's happening when the report hits Capitol on Monday and the hearing on Wednesday of next week. We'll have a lot more to say. And then maybe Nadler will put out a schedule. Maybe he wants to call additional witnesses. Maybe, I don't know but we might find out something by the end of this week. But I'm looking forward to next week being more of the shape-shifting news cycle than this week.
And if you're going to make a speculation, what do you think odds are favorites might be some of the narrative points coming next week? Not specific, but in broad brushstrokes. What do you think is likely to be some of the themes that derive from that report?
I think the call log shit is going to be what most speculative information is getting bandied about, because it's so open-ended. Like what the hell's going on here? We got this Devin Nunes calling Giuliani. We've got this Giuliani calling the OMB. We've got all these, but they don't mean anything. We got, Rudy had a call with an extension that we can't identify that might be the White House Situation Room. I mean, it's just like, it's like a weird open-ended game of speculation. I don't think that's going to lead anywhere profound. I think it's just MSNBC, CNN, they'll do their thing with that one. Bill's asking about, because there has been pushback. Do we know Barr even has that position? I heard he denied it, and the reports of what is in the IG are bogus. I don't think we know whose position it is until Monday. And that's true, because there was some pushback from the Department of Justice that Barr was undercutting the Horowitz report before it was actually released. But that was delivered by one of our Department of Justice spokeswomen, and just crediting the work that Michael Horowitz has done, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't, I harbor no doubt that William Barr will take exception with some of the findings, not evidentiary findings in the Horowitz report. I think he'll take exception to some of the conclusionary findings, more of the narrative, more of the declaration that this is not wrong or illegal or unethical. I think there's going to be a few points that Barr will respond. Now, will he respond with a counterpoint memo to Horowitz? I do not believe he will do so. Will be called before the Senate Judiciary by Lindsey Graham and asked? I believe yes. The answer to that is yes, he will. And at that point, William Barr will take his shots at what he thinks was the splitting the baby inside the Horowitz report that was unfair to the people that were victimized by the FISA court charade that was put together by the FBI. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, but what's your general feeling then, that Barr is disinclined to bolster some narrative that all these bad things were going on in these agencies, or that he's just wanting to limit that criticism to a few things?
Barr?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to wait till this thing fleshes out a little bit. See how the media reacts to the report, watch Horowitz's performance before Lindsey Graham, and then gauge how pissed off the president is with whatever happens. And just doing some cleanup here. Jen's asking about Schiff hiring the aide. Yeah, well, we all knew that he hired the NSC aide basically within days of the phone call with Zelensky. So we know that one of Schiff staffers, which has been widely reported on the internet and Twitter, the guy with the lazy eye, he thinks he knows something. That he's very frustrated that hasn't been revealed at the hearings. But reality, I think he got a barium test and he failed it.
Uh-oh.
So whatever he thought he knew, he didn't know. So yeah, I mean, Schiff's already told Doug Collins, I'm not coming before the Judiciary Committee. That I predicted that's fine. Will Schiff be able to deny a Senate subpoena if they send it over? No, Schiff will have to he'll have to give at least closed door deposition, maybe even public deposition at that point, or public testimony at that point. So Schiff he has a lot to lose in this whole situation. I mean, Schiff hired 2 National Security Council staffers, but the one was hired direct proximity, who probably worked with Eric Sharamala. So, but that's just intrigue. It doesn't really matter right now. Not important.
So you're thinking that well, you've always said that these reports are going to be a whole lot of oatmeal with no sugar or cinnamon, right? It's just like
with the Horowitz. Oh yeah, yeah. This is you're begging for a banana slice in this oatmeal, but that's every source I have that saw the initial round of the report came back saying, "Wow, it could not believe the amount of vanilla that was injected into this thing." It's just not a lot of. He's not willing to go outside of his lane very much, and they agree that if the one possible criminal referral was all related to Kevin Kleinsmith, the FBI attorney who amended an article that was included on the FISA warrant request. And we believe that is one of, if not 2 or 3 incidents that were reported to Durham, so that Durham could change his inquiry into the Russia investigation from an inquiry to a criminal inquiry. It doesn't mean that's going to return any criminal charges or indictments. I think he barely nudged Durham over the line, barely nudged it to, I'm going to call it a criminal inquiry now. But that I don't expect Kevin Kleinsmith to see a day in jail any more than I would Andrew McCabe or Peter Strzok or Lisa Page. So no, these people are not criminally referred. Kline Smith was criminally referred.
Thanks for watching the MAGA Coalition channel. Remember to subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on to get the best political analysis that is free of clickbait and gaslighting. Because in a world of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary